Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, wanted to seek the blessing of Radha Madhav, Radha Shyam Sundar Krishna Balaram Bal Gopal Nrsimhadev Bhagavan Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Radha Damodar Gaunitai Tulsimani Haridasa Guru Parampara Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj and the assembled devotees. So chapter 61 of the 10th canto is entitled Rukmini Slays Rukmi. So this was hinted in the previous chapter by Krishna to Rukmini. So now it's described how Rukmi was killed. This chapter lists Lord Krishna's sons, grandsons, and other progeny. It also describes how Lord Balaram killed Rukmi at Aniruddha's wedding marriage ceremony, and how Lord Krishna arranged for his sons and daughters to be married. Each of Lord Krishna's wives gave birth to 10 sons. Wow. So 16,108 times 10 are his children, who were not less than their father, having all his personal opulence, not understanding the full truth about Lord Shri Krishna. Each of these wives thought that since he remained constantly in her palace, she must be his favorite wife. They were all entranced by the Lord's beauty and his loving conversations with them. But they could not agitate his mind with the charming gestures of their eyebrows or by any other means. Having attained as their husband, Lord Krishna, whom even demigods like Brahma find it difficult to know in truth, the Lord's queens were always eager to associate with him. Although each of them had hundreds of maidservants, they would personally render him menial service, such as offering him a seat, worshipping him with excellent paraphernalia, bathing, massaging his feet, giving him pan to chew, fanning him, anointing him with fragrant sandalwood paste, adorning him with flower garlands, dressing his hair, arranging his bed, bathing him, presenting him with various gifts. So the wives were always engaged in serving Lord Krishna. Each of Lord Krishna's wives had 10 sons, who in turn each fathered sons and grandsons. In the womb of Rukmi's daughter, Rukmavati, Pradyumna fathered Aniruddha. So Rukmi's daughter, Rukmavati. So this is the brother of Rukmini. Pradyumna fathered Aniruddha. Though Shri Krishna had disrespected Rukmi to please his sister, Rukmi gave his daughter in marriage to Pradyumna. So that's very interesting. And his granddaughter to Aniruddha. Wow. Bali, the son of Kritavarma, married Rukmini's daughter. So Rukmini has a daughter as well. So they have 10 sons and 1 daughter, each of the queens. And Rukmini's daughter's name is Charumati. Okay, the first son of Rukmini was Pradyumna, followed by Sudeshna, and Charudeha, along with Sucharu, Charugupta, Bhadracharu, Charuchandra, Vicharu, and Charu. I'm not sure the significance of Charu, but do you know Charu? Why every child, every son and daughter actually was the name Charu came? Sorry, what was that, Riyansh? None of the sons of Lord Hari were less than his father. The 10 sons of Satyabhama were named Bhanu, Subhanu, Swarbhanu, Prabhanu, Bhanuman, Chandrabhanu, Brihat Bhanu, Ati Bhanu, the eighth, Shri Bhanu, and Pati Bhanu. So, okay, I think what we're doing is his 8 prominent wives, the 10 children will be named. So Samba is very famous, Samba, very powerful. Sumitra, Purijit, Satyajit, Sahasrajit, Vijay, Chitraketu, Vasuman, Dravida, and Kratu were the sons of Jambavati. The sons of Nagnajiti were Veera, Chandra, Ashwasena, Chitragu, Vegavan, Vrisha, Ama, Shanku, Vasu, and the opulent Kunti. Interesting. They've given the name Kunti. Shrutakavi, Vrasha, Veera, Subahu, Bhadra, Shanti, Darsha, and Purnamasa were sons of Kalindi. Her youngest son was Somak. Madra's sons were Pagosh, Gatravan, Simha, Bala, Prabhala, Udhaga, Mahashakti, Saha, Oja, and Aparajita. Mitravinda's sons were Vrika, Harsha, Anila, Gradra, Vardhana, Annada, Mahamsa, Pavana, Vahi, and Shuddhi. Okay. Sangra Majit. So these are the sons of Bhadra now. Sangra Majit, Brahadsena, Sura, Praharana, Arijit, Ajay, and Subhadra were the sons of Bhadra, together with Vama, Ayur, and Satyaka. Lord Krishna's son Padumna fathered the greatly powerful Aniruddha in the womb of Rukmavati, the daughter of Rukmi. O king, this took place while they were living in the city of Bochakata. But King Parikshit said, how could Rukmi give his daughter to his enemy's son? After all, Rukmi had been defeated by Lord Krishna in battle and was waiting for an opportunity to kill him. This is indeed very surprising. Huh? Why would Rukmi do that? Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, at her Swayamvar ceremony, Rukmavati herself chose Padumna, who was the re-embodiment of Cupid. Then, although he fought alone on a single chariot, Padumna defeated the assembled kings in battle and took her away. Though Rukmi always remembered his enmity towards Krishna, who had insulted him, in order to please his sister, he sanctioned his daughter's marriage to his nephew. So Bali, the son of Kritavarma, married Rukmini's young daughter, Charumati. Rukmi gave his granddaughter, Rochan, to his daughter's son, Anirudh. Despite Rukmi's relentless feud with Lord Hari, although Rukmi considered this marriage irreligious, he wanted to please his sister, bound as he was by the ropes of affection. Interesting. At Aniruddha's wedding, Lord Balaram, Sri Krishna, and other Yadavs went to Rukmi's palace in the city of Bojakata. After the ceremony, Rukmi challenged Lord Balaram to a game of dice. In the first match, Rukmi defeated Baladev, whereupon the king of Kalinga laughed at the Lord, displaying all his teeth. Lord Balaram won the next match, but Rukmi refused to concede defeat and tried to cheat Balaram. Lord Balaram accepted a wager of 100 million gold coins. Wow. Which he also fairly won. But Rukmi again resorted to cheating and declared, I have won. Let these witnesses here say what they saw. A voice then spoke from the sky announcing that Baladev had in fact won. But Rukmi, encouraged by the wicked kings, offended Lord Balaram by saying that while he was certainly expert at tending cows, he knew nothing of playing dice. Thus insulted, Lord Balaram angrily struck Rukmi dead with his club. Lord Balaram would not tolerate such insult. And you compare Lord Balaram to Nityananda because they're one and the same. Except Nityananda has incredible amount of compassion. So when Jay and Vijay hit Nityananda on the forehead, he did not take offense. But here, Lord Balaram simply was cheated by Rukmi, took offense, and killed him. The king of Kalinga tried to flee, but Lord Balaram seized him and knocked out all his teeth. Then the other offensive kings, their arms, thighs, heads wounded by Baladev's blows, fled in all directions, bleeding profusely. Sri Krishna expressed neither approval nor disapproval of his brother-in-law's death, fearing that he would jeopardize his loving ties with either Rukmini or Baladev. Lord Baladev and the other Yadavs then seated Anirudh and his bride on a fine chariot, and they all set off for Dwarka. This is the fight with Rukmi, chapter 62, the meeting of Usha and Aniruddha. This chapter recounts the meeting of Aniruddha and Usha, and also Aniruddha's battle with Banasur. King Parikshit asked what happened when Aniruddha married Banasur's daughter, Usha. So Banasur was a great demon, Asur. But Aniruddha married Usha. As a result, a great battle occurred between Lord Hari and Lord Shankar. That's Lord Shiva. Why? Because Lord Shiva was the worshipable deity for Banasur was Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva came to protect his devotee, which is very strange, but this is part of the Leela. Sri Sukadev Goswami said, of the 100 sons of the great king Bali, the oldest was Banasur. He was a great devotee of Lord Shiva, who favored Bana so much that even demigods like Indra would serve him. Banasur once satisfied Shiva by playing musical instruments with his 1,000 hands while Shiva danced his Tandava Nitya. In response, Shiva offered Bana whatever benediction he chose, and Bana asked Shiva to become the guardian of his city. So this is the thing with Asuras. They want to make the Lord their servant. This is that's their mentality. That's what they are all about. Banasura was intoxicated with his strength. One day, when Bana was feeling an urge to do battle, he told Shiva, except for you in the whole world, there is no warrior strong enough to fight me. Therefore, these 1,000 arms you've given me are merely a heavy burden. This is another thing with Asuras. They're so ungrateful. With his 1,000 hands, he could do so much good. Instead, he wanted to fight somebody. Angered by these words, Lord Shiva replied, your pride will be crushed in battle when you meet my equal. Indeed, your chariot flag will fall to the ground, broken. Thus advised, unintelligent Banasura was delighted. He waited for that which Lord Girish had predicted the destruction of his prowess. Banasura's daughter, the maiden Usha, once had an amorous encounter with the lover Aniruddha, who is the son of Padumna, in her sleep. Several nights in a row that occurred until one night she failed to see him in her dreams. She suddenly awoke, speaking aloud to him in a state of agitation, but when she noticed her maidservants around her, she felt embarrassed. Usha's companion Chitralekha, daughter of Banasura's minister named Banda, asked her who she had been addressing. And Usha told her everything. In my dream, I saw a certain man who had a dark blue complexion, lotus eyes, yellow garments, and mighty arms. He was a kind who touches women's hearts. It is that lover I search for. After making me drink the honey of his lips, he has gone elsewhere. Thus he has thrown me, hankering fervently for him, into an ocean of distress. So she's asleep, and Aniruddha's appeared somehow. Hearing of Usha's dream lover, Chitralekha tried to relieve her friend's distress by drawing pictures of Gandharvas other celestial personalities, as well as various men of the Vishnu dynasty, including Krishna. So Chitralekha was an expert at drawing faces. Chitralekha asked Usha to pick out the man she had seen in her dream, and Usha pointed to the picture of Aniruddha. Chitralekha, who had mystic powers, knew at once that the young man her friend had pointed out was Lord Krishna's grandson, Aniruddha. Thus, using her mystic powers, Chitralekha flew through the sky to Dwarka, found Aniruddha and brought him back with her to Sonitapur, Banasu's capital. She then presented him to Usha. What extraordinary pastime. Having obtained the man of her desires, Usha began serving him very affectionately within her private quarters, which was supposed to be strictly off limits to men. Usha worshipped Aniruddha with faithful service, offering him priceless garments, along with garlands, fragrances, incense, lamps, sitting places, and so on. She also offered him beverages, all types of foods, and sweet words. As he thus remained hidden in the young lady's quarters, Aniruddha did not notice the passing of the days, for his senses were captivated by Usha, whose affection for him ever increased. After some time, the female guards of the inner palace noticed symptoms of sexual activity on Usha's person, and they went to Banasura to inform him. Greatly disturbed, Banasura rushed to his daughter's apartment with many armed guards, and to his great surprise saw Aniruddha there. Banasura saw before him Cupid's own son. Possessed of unrivaled beauty, with dark blue complexion, yellow garments, lotus eyes, formidable arms. His face was adorned with effulgent earrings and hair, and also with smiling glances. Banasura was astonished to see all this. As the guards attacked him, Aniruddha, resembling death personified, took up his club and succeeded in killing a few, and the remaining guards fleeing the palace, running for their lives with shattered heads, thighs, and arms, before the powerful Bana could capture him with his mystic Nagapash ropes, filling Usha with lamentation. So this Banasura has come to get him. So this next chapter we can do on Monday, hopefully. Any questions? Any comments? Wonderful pastimes. Yes.
One question, Prabhuji.
Mm.
It's about Krishna and his 16,108 wives with different palaces, but it looks like that nobody knew who was living next because they were thinking Krishna was with them, but they could not
Yes.
see other palaces where Krishna was living as well with his different wives. It seems that way, isn't it? They never knew other existence of other palaces.
No, they were aware. They were aware, but they were thinking, okay, Krishna's got all these palaces, but he's only with me. he's,
But they
he's
didn't see Krishna in other palaces.
no, because the palaces are huge, right? Their palaces had guards to get in. Like when Sudama
Oh,
went, there were guards. They stopped him. Brahmaji, when he went, they stopped
okay,
him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So they couldn't see Krishna. It was very hard to see Krishna. Is it like, yeah, palace was like no, a mini city, but palace was huge. Yeah, there was gardens in that palace. There were so many things in the palace. It wasn't just one big building. It was a whole arena of different things going on in these palaces. So yeah, they as far as they were concerned, Krishna's only with me.
the palaces must be so huge that you can't
Yes.
encounter the people in the other palaces. Look,
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. And each palace had so many guards, so many cooks, so
yeah,
many servants. It's just mind-boggling, really.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, properly.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nariman. Anybody else? Any questions? Otherwise, we can stop. Okay. So, Srimad Bhagavad Purana ki